Hope you're doing well today. As you might recall, you've seen this property a few times. Bought this property about 2 years ago. Completely did almost complete demo and rebuild of the property. As you can see, it looks great. I put it on the market right in the middle of COVID, and numbers were coming back way below what I knew the property was worth. So I was expecting to sell somewhere in the 9 to 950 range. I was getting numbers back for a bunch of different reasons in the low to mid 800s. So instead of just taking a bath and selling it, it was a higher end home, we decided to rent it out. Found a tenant who was agreeable, signed a lease, and tenants enjoyed it. Been here for about 6-7 months. The market, however, as we know, has shifted here in Texas, most namely in Dallas-Fort Worth. And so my realtor and I went back and forth talking about maybe we should put this thing back on the market, and got lucky that my tenant actually is got a new job out of town. She wants to break her lease, so that's perfect. We put it back on the market, had an open house, and had an offer, an all-cash offer, 42 minutes into the open house for up in that mid-900s number. So watching what the market's doing, super important. Talking to a realtor who you trust. Remember, we've talked about this numerous times. There's good realtors and bad realtors, just like any industry. Super important to your decisions that you make as a property investor, when you're going to put something on the market, when you're going to pull the trigger, when you're going to pack it in and rent it out. So this is working out. It's taken much longer to get here to the finish line than I anticipated, but I don't think anybody saw the pandemic coming, and we've just had to roll with the punches. I'll take you inside, show you around, and that it's all finished up. As you can see, we opened the entire property up, put some huge steel beams in, put a huge ceiling fan in, stucco fireplace. That's 1,000-pound dark black granite mantle there, gas fireplace, big windows across the back, bring in as much natural light as possible, and then this massive kitchen, which the kitchen's like 30 feet long with this huge island. It's got room for 6 at the island, and really got that modern flair to it. High-end appliances, and then some accents like our Ventahood and our gray tile backsplash, which matches our gray stucco fireplace across the way. And so when we brought the tenant had a dog, did a couple of things. I repurposed some wrought iron fencing and installed that, keep the tenant's dog in. And then we put down some drought-proof landscaping. So planted a bunch more Asian jasmine and then zoysia grass here, which doesn't need a lot of water and can survive under a major shade canopy. So that landscaping really, when people came in the property this time around, they saw the house seemed to be more complete. It was move-in ready. It was also totally staged because my tenant's furniture was all here. But the landscaping really helps. When you walk in the front door and you look all the way out and all you see is green, it helps big time. So that's something that I think helped us sell even better and faster this time around as well. If you're a contractor, you know how important it is to make your client feel heard and feel cared about. One way that I like to do that is with a punch list. So when I'm nearing the end of the project, I like to ask the client, hey, would you provide me with a punch list, go around with some blue tape, show us anything that you'd like us to button up before we finish, clean up, finish the job, and ask you for final payment. When you're selling your property as a real estate investor, you're gonna get a punch list probably from a buyer. It's also good to have your project manager, who might be managing the build for you or the reno for you, put together a punch list and then do a walkthrough, because if you don't do it all in the same day, punch lists can drag on and on and on, and that's wasteful of your time. The punch list is normally pretty small stuff. It's not usually anything super major. It's a little touch-up paint here, labeling the electrical panel, just little things like that, maybe some cleanup. This is a pier and beam house. There was a little bit of construction trash under the house. Buyer asked that we clean that up, so I sent a couple of real little dudes, way smaller than me, down under the house with a couple trash bags, picked up all the trash, got it out of there. Punch list is it's a necessary part of construction. If you just make that part of your agreement with your client, whether you're selling them a property or you're selling them contracting services, it's gonna make everything go really smoothly, because your client's not gonna get to the end of the project and you're asking for a check and they're going, well, I still see all these problems everywhere. Head that off at the pass, recommend the punch list first, and then get your guys in, knock that out, and then your client's gonna be super stoked and you're gonna get paid. That freeze in February taught everybody in Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arkansas, that having a backup generator is extremely important. If you've got a gas-powered backup generator, your power gets cut, you're still gonna be able to keep all your pipes warm. And the reason we had so much widespread damage all over Texas is because we're not equipped, we don't build our homes to withstand long spans of time with sub-zero temperatures. And what happened here was exactly what happened in a lot of places. Had burst pipes, had to tear this entire bathroom out, put the entire bathroom all back together. I've shot a couple other videos in this bathroom showing you guys in different stages of the build back. We've got everything knocked out, worked with the insurance company, worked on the insurance claim, which is still being settled, but put it all back. Made it actually look even better this time around than it did originally, but it was a real challenge. Thank you all for joining me today as we went through and tied up all the loose ends here at this real estate investment job. Looking forward to being done with this one, moving on, hitting the finish line there. Looking forward to starting the next one. If you've got any questions about real estate investing, flipping, how to find a good realtor, how to get around a bad appraisal, hit me anytime on Instagram at Jess from the Northwest. You can always email me as well, live at autographconstruction.com. We'll see y'all next time. Get the hell out. Oh.